Thanks to their excellent image quality, incredibly fast autofocus performance, superb ergonomics, rugged body build, excellent battery life, and bright optical viewfinder, DSLRs have proven themselves to be the tools that many photographers rely on every day. 1. Nikon D850. Thanks to its full-frame BSI CMOS sensor, capable of capturing extreme detail and superb dynamic range, the Nikon D850 is a dream camera for landscape, architecture, and studio photography needs. Coupled with a high-end autofocus system, low light autofocus sensitivity, an advanced RGB meter, fast X-Speed 5 processor, and an impressive 7 frames per second FPS continuous shooting speed that can be extended to 9 FPS with the MB-D18 battery grip and an amazing battery life, the D850 is also a formidable tool for photographing action, making it highly desirable for sports and wildlife photography. On the video side, 4K full-frame video recording with the ability to output uncompressed video via HDMI, slow-motion video, as well as 4K and 8K time-lapse shooting capabilities make it a top choice for videography needs. And lastly, all the extra features such as focus stacking, tilting touch-enabled LCD screen, illuminated buttons, built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, weather-sealed construction, and dual card slots show that Nikon used everything in its arsenal to make the Nikon D850 a do-it-all versatile camera. 2. Pentax K1II. The second best DSLR camera on the list is the Pentax K1II. When I first tried out the original Pentax K1, I knew that Ricoh hit the high mark with the camera. Feature-wise, it ticked all the boxes and more. Its 5-axis in-body image stabilization (IBIS) pixel shift that takes multiple images to create a single high-resolution image, as well as its Astro Tracer feature that automatically compensates Earth's rotation when taking images of stars, proved that it was not just mirrorless cameras that delivered new and exciting technologies to cameras. 3. Canon 5D Mark IV. While some photographers might want to dismiss Canon DSLRs for having less dynamic range or less features when compared to other DSLRs on the market, most of them simply have never used Canon 5D series cameras in the first place. Personally, I have shot with every Canon 5D series DSLR since 5D Mark II, and I have to say that I found these cameras to be top-notch, very comparable to their Nikon counterparts. Sure, there might be differences in resolution and dynamic range in favor of Nikon, but at the end of the day, the success of a camera system is not determined by one or two such factors. With its sensor capable of yielding superb image quality, even at high ISO, an advanced 61-point AF system, 7 FPS continuous shooting speed, 4K video recording, built-in Wi-Fi GPS, and superb dual-axle AF when using live view, the Canon 5D Mark IV is a formidable tool for enthusiast and professional photographers. Despite all the advancements we've seen with mirrorless cameras during the past few years, it's hard to find a camera that can focus as reliably when shooting video as the Canon 5D Mark IV and other Canon cameras that have the same dual-pixel AF feature. Canon simply nailed it there. 4. Canon EOS 80D. This is the best Canon camera for photographers who already know the basics and want to move on to a camera that offers both image quality and versatility without costing a fortune. The EOS 80D has a 24.2 megapixel APS-C sensor with dual-pixel CMOS AF, so unusually for a DSLR, it offers speedy autofocus in live view shooting using the screen on the back of the camera, not just in regular viewfinding shooting. The vari-angle screen adds to its versatility, making it easy to take pictures at all sorts of odd angles. And with a continuous shooting speed of 7 FPS, it's pretty handy for sports and action too. The EOS 80D doesn't shoot 4K video, alas only 1080 Full HD, but that's a minor drawback in a camera as good as this one. 5. Nikon D500. The Nikon D500 is at the top end of the price scale compared to other APS-C format Nikon models, but it's still way cheaper than the company's full-frame D5 model. It's designed to offer much of the speed and robustness and all of the autofocus performance of the D5, but in a much more affordable body, all because it uses the smaller APS-C sensor format. The D500 is ideal for amateurs looking for pro sports or shooting capabilities, and pros who need a second backup camera. With its super-fast 10 FPS drive rate and exceptional memory buffer capacity for up to 200 RAW files, the Nikon D500 is a spectacular camera for sports and wildlife photography. 6. Nikon D3500. At the opposite end of the spectrum to some of the full-frame DSLRs here, the D3500 is super affordable, has one of the sharpest APS-C sensors out there, and a neat retracting kit lens. There are two versions. Spend the extra $20 and get it with VR, Nikon's image stabilization system. It's proof that you don't have to pay a fortune to get a great camera, and we say its value for money makes it just as impressive as much more advanced and much more expensive alternatives. It has a great 24MP sensor, and although the controls are designed to be simple for novices, in the right hands, the little D3500 is a match for cameras costing far more. If you're looking to get more creative with your photography and looking for your first DSLR, the Nikon D3500 is hard to beat.